Let's dance.
Okay.
I was driving. So last night I dropped off Hattie at Awana.
Great.
And then after Awana, I went to Culver's because that's where you go when you have an hour and a half to kill. And I was eating some ice cream, doing some work on my computer.
Oh, I see. You're like, I got to pick her up an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I got to spend some time somewhere.
I could go back home, but then I'm, roped into being a dad again and, doing some like bedtime stuff. And I'm not. I feel like usually like when Catherine, when we're on Wednesday nights, like, okay, you're out of the house, just do your thing. Catherine usually does groceries. I got ice cream. So, and anyway, but on the way to drop her off at Awana, for whatever reason, I brought a banana with me because it looked good as I was leaving the house. And I ate the banana in the car, had the banana peel still in the car. And as far as I know, but bananas disintegrate, right?
Like biodegradable?
Yeah, is that the right word?
I don't think they just disintegrate.
What is it? Yeah, biodegrade?
So
what's the adjective?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but apple cores, those just vanish into thin air.
Those
right?
just are vaporized, right? What's the word? Biodegrade?
Biodegradable, yeah.
But like the adjective.
They
Biodegrade?
biodegrade.
Okay, those things biodegrade, right?
That's kind of funny too. It's like, yeah, you can degrade bananas. Watch. Hey, you suck.
Hey, you're real bruised. You got baggage.
Hey, you're a little green for me.
Yeah, too ripe for me in this place.
Now let's biodegrade them. Hey,
that thing is short. Like the banana. You're short biologically. Is that right? You go.
Hey,
You
have seeds, so you're technically a fruit, but you're not shaped like the other ones.
That was good.
I don't know.
That's exactly what I was expecting you to say.
That's so funny, dude. What I just said. That was hilarious what I just said.
Anyway, I'm driving back to get Hattie, and so I get back in my van from, Culver's, and it smells like banana naturally. And so I think, hey, those things disintegrate when you throw them into the grass. And so I take my banana and I pick it up to throw it out the window.
This is a full banana, or you have eaten it?
No, of course I've eaten it.
Oh, okay.
No. It's just the peel.
I don't know you to just let food.
Never have I once.
Especially
Especially a banana. Bananas top 2 fruits.
You've seen me. I've had a banana 3 days in a row now.
They're wonderful.
I love bananas.
They're so good. They're so sweet, and it's just so I pick it up to throw it out.
You never make eye contact with me though when I'm eating my bananas.
You told me not to.
Okay, keep going.
Okay. So I pick it up to throw it out, and as I'm in the motion of throwing it out, I had both sets of keys in my pocket, my truck keys and the van keys. And I put the truck keys on the center console next to the banana peel. Okay. And the banana peel
Oh no.
lifts up the truck keys and has hold of the truck keys. A little bit sticky. And before I could stop myself completely, I took the banana peel and hucked it out there into the grass. But as I'm doing it, I see the keys, so I kind of half-heartedly throw it. And all of a sudden, my keys and the banana peel are just in the road, right outside of Culver's. So I have to get out of my van, put my van in park, get out, pick up the banana, throw it in, and get my keys.
Okay.
So it's just one of those stupid, imagine that real quick with me. Me just being like, oh, no. But it's already too late and the keys are out there.
And then you looked at the banana and you were upset at him and you said, this is why people degrade you.
This is why you get degraded. I think this tight beat means that it's going down with some random thoughts and white meat too. Midwest best friends eating fast food on repeat. So come along, let's have some fun and go ahead, get on your feet, cause it's the Ghostrunners podcast. Every Monday morning we're taking back Ghostrunners podcast.
Real quick, back on the banana story. So you weren't really driving yet. You were still in the parking lot.
I was driving. I was driving 7 miles an hour out of the parking lot.
Was the banana, I guess this is my main question, was the banana intended to land on concrete?
No,
on
grass.
Okay.
That's the only way it disintegrates.
Yeah, I don't know how well they vanish into thin air on concrete.
Well, and that's the thing, is that it accidentally landed on concrete because I threw it out with the keys.
That's how Japanese plumbers slip on their go-karts.
Yes,
is
that's
bananas
what I
on
was
concrete.
thinking.
You gotta be careful.
I need to get all the way out there.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
No. Yeah, I made sure I got into the grass because I'm a good citizen like that.
I like it too, just the fact this banana peel's just been sitting here for how long?
Hour and a half.
And nothing has happened to it. And then just instantly, in one motion, you're like, I have to grab this and throw this out of here. Instantly.
I was being strategic.
To the point where my keys are still in my hand.
I was like, I don't want to throw it out at the church and people see me throwing stuff out they're not going to assume it's a banana. so I got to get it out of there before I get to church.
They're not going to assume it's a banana. Like, they're just going to think you're littering.
They're going to be like, who's this guy? getting his daughter from Awana. So, yeah.
Culver's parking lot.
Culver's parking lot. No one's noticing.
Yeah.
No one's looking at you.
I like throwing away trash. I like throwing away food into the earth. Because it feels wrong. But from what I've learned, it's composting. Fine.
You're composting at that point. Yeah. 100%.
It is fun. You take a nice apple core and just heave it. I like doing that.
Just be careful if the apple core gets stuck on some keys or something.
If your keys are attached to the apple core, don't throw it that hard.
I mean, can you can kind of know what I mean? Like every once in a while, like it's kind of like in baseball when you realize like, oh, I'm not supposed to throw it to second, I need to throw it to first, but you're already throwing to second and you can't stop it. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like you try to stop your hand, but it still goes a little bit.
Yeah,
that's how it
to
was.
The ground.
So,
yeah, it's relatable. It's a good feeling.
Yeah. So just imagine your favorite podcast host who you just think is so cool. He's throwing bananas out and keys into the street for no reason.
He's just like you guys.
I'm just a normal guy.
He puts his pants on the same way you guys do, but when he's done, his keys are in his hand.
He biodegrades bananas.
Something I just want to talk about real quick. Me and my roommates were watching something and they turned it off. They're like, Jake, here's the remote. You can put something on. So I was like, okay. And so I went to the TV guide on YouTube TV still, but I was like, let's just see like what's on TV. And it said America's Funniest Videos.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, sure.
How are they doing these days?
Let's put that on. Well, I'll tell you, they're still making episodes, which really, really shocked me. It wasn't a rerun. It's a new episode. 2, the host, no longer Tom Bergeron.
Alfonso Ribeiro?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Carlton from Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Which is, good. He's working.
Good for him. Yeah.
He's got something to do.
For some reason, I thought he died a couple years ago, and then I saw him on AFV, and I was like, hey, he's alive.
You're thinking of somebody else.
You're thinking of Whitney Houston.
Yeah. Who you also had trouble knowing if she was alive or dead.
Now I will never forget that again.
Whitney Houston, dead.
Big time.
Alfonso Soriano, alive.
Soriano.
Anyway, and the other thing that's on America's Funniest Videos is they have a sold-out crowd. There's like 300 people in the live studio audience, which if you're wondering, who goes to this? I'll tell you who it is. It's 300 people who've never heard of TikTok. Because the videos they are showing, the videos these people are cackling to.
Yeah.
Like if my TikTok algorithm showed me this, I'd be like, something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's broken. The dog had a toy in his mouth and then he threw it and then it kind of landed near the baby and the baby started laughing.
I feel like I've seen, an episode recently or something. Yeah, because I remember thinking the same thing of like, this is just YouTube, but not that good. Like the less popular versions of, the TikToks.
Yeah, it's like showing you a TikTok with less than like 10 likes. That's what like America's Funniest Videos is. It's like these are the videos that have not hit the algorithm yet. Like they're not that great. I could see why you uploaded it.
Yeah.
But it's just going to take something better than that these days. It's amazing. So just know it is still out there if you need something to watch. Good, clean family fun.
I like to think that if I am in the audience, though, I'm dying laughing at everything.
Just to make it fun.
You got to go one extreme or the other. Just stone cold the entire time. Do not laugh. Like be as completely serious. Even if you think it's funny, just they show you on screen and you're just, or man, you just think it's the greatest thing of all time and you're just dying.
The dad playing wiffle ball got hit in the crotch. What?
Oh my gosh. He might not be able to have kids anymore, man. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's funny.
I've never seen a video like that.
I didn't think it would end that way.
Just dying.
That's how you react. Like you're laughing so loud, they have to tell you, sir, you can't laugh the whole time.
Like I just know when I go to an event, I know how they expect me to act, and I want to just meet that expectation. If I'm going to a sporting event, I'm going to be as loud and as raucous as possible.
Unless PGA golf event, quiet please. You're the quietest one there.
I'm quiet. I'm absolutely quiet. And then when they make a nice putt, I go nuts. Or when they hit the drive shot,
drive ball,
get in the hole. Right? Isn't that what they say?
Yeah. Mashed potatoes is a big one.
Mashed potatoes?
Yeah, it's like become like a meme. Mashed potatoes.
Okay.
You could yell
I'll do whatever they want me to do.
Whatever it takes.
Like if Timon's in, let's say, a play in June, maybe here in Kansas City, I will go to that play and I will go nuts when he comes out on the stage at the end and does like the bow. I will, Timon! Timon, you're my boy!
Bow! Bow! Bow!
For that thing, Timon! Hey!
I think I'm going to a middle school play tonight.
Really?
Yeah, so that'll be on next Monday's episode. Definitely.
What's the connection there?
It's one of the girls that Rachel nannies.
Okay.
And the next kind of part of the newest season of You comes out tonight. So we've been really fired up to watch You.
Okay.
But then we decided, Netflix is always going to be there.
Yeah.
But Kate, the girl she nannies, like,
what a great like combination. Why not do both? You know.
And so we're gonna go watch that, and I'm really excited. Rachel's like, "Are you sure?" I know we're really excited to watch it. I was like, "Netflix is there all the time. We only get middle school theater every now and then. We gotta go."
What play is it? Do you know?
Don't know. I look forward to finding out.
Brigadoon
In Act 2, hopefully.
Fun.
See if I can just guess it. So
Great.
yeah. Anyway,
that'll be great, man.
I think you should be in the America's Funniest Videos
I
audience.
went to a live studio recording of Jeopardy one time. Saw Alex Trebek, R.I.P. And yeah, I was, you're only supposed to clap when the Daily Double shows up.
Oh,
or if the guy runs an entire category. That guy was 4 for 4, and he got the 5th one right. I clapped, baby. I clapped hard. Listen to this clap.
Okay. What is? What is the fall of the Roman Empire?
500 points. That's right. Woo!
With that said, we'll be right back.
Potent potables for 200. Anyway.
Yeah, you are a good clapper.
Yeah, I tried to be.
Yeah, that's fun.
Anyway.
It's fun you got to see Jeopardy. I got to see the set of, I think, the Big Bang Theory one time. I got a tour of like Warner Brothers studio.
Okay.
You got to see what they call like a 3-wall setup or whatever. Like the audience is the 4th wall.
Right.
Everything is 3. It was fine. I was on the Friends set one time with Peter. Everything's very cramped.
I remember thinking like, I thought he went to Los Angeles. Why is he in New York in this picture? That's how good they are on Friends.
They tricked me.
I thought they lived in New York. Huh. Who knew? I saw some TikTok recently on America's Funniest Home Videos, I think, where they were talking about back in the day. It was like they wanted everyone, like Universal Studios or some big production company wanted everyone to believe in like the 90s or late 80s or something that they were always working on a show, and so they would literally like have people tour the studio, and they weren't actually in the show or like doing the show, but they said they would hire like the PA, production assistants, to act like they're directors and like directing a show. And so whenever these tourists come in, they're like, "Oh my gosh,
we got to see a movie."
Yeah, and they'd be like, "When's this gonna air?" And the guy would be like, "Check your local listings. I don't know.
Your local listings.
Check your TV guide." So anyway, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't really see Jeopardy, but I think I did because Alex Trebek was there.
It was a bunch of PAs. Yeah. That would be fun. I mean, a PA is not a very fun job. It's like the bottom of the totem pole and like, all that whole industry. But that's fun if they're like, "Hey, you're great. You've earned it. You get to go direct a fake movie."
Yeah, why not?
That's fun. I think you do a good job with that.
I think it would be fun. And it'd be fun to like pretend like you're able to boss somebody around when you're really the one.
And getting upset too. Yeah. No. This is not right. Yeah. I need emotion.
I love it, dude.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there's a tour.
Whoa, hey,
okay,
sorry,
cut. Sorry.
Hey, let's cut it.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, you guys have any questions about the set? There is no 4th wall.
No, I am a big time director, but I take time out of my day to talk to fine folks like you.
So at the Big Bang Theory or Friends, like were the sets literally right next door to each other? How does that work?
Yeah, I think it's like studio lots, and yeah, they're all right next to each other.
But I mean, like the Big Bang Theory, obviously there's Penny's apartment, and there's also.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Lewis, whatever what's his name? The other guy. Do you know Big Bang? Archibald, yeah.
They only showed us one room from what I can remember. So I don't remember seeing like all the other sets. I see what you're saying now.
I didn't know if they were like a revolving, like in a circle, and you just.
That's fun.
I don't know how it works. Because I think sometimes you see on SNL, you know how like on SNL, they have a set and then they'll like show you at commercial, like when they're like they'll like show like a 10-second little, like they're messing with the set to do something else. And you can see there's like 3 sets in one. That's SNL. So
that's freaking Saturday Night Live.
I mean, that's SNL.
Which little preview, a little new segment coming here in a little bit.
Here in a little bit.
Just a little bit. I need to give a shout out real quick. Something that happened to me this week. It's Monday morning. I've called a plumber to my house.
Not the same one that you called last week.
That's right. So yeah, last week I had to pay for a new garbage disposal. Now I got a plumber in the Olathe house. Some things are wrong. Oh, I told you, my room. I got a water park going on in my basement.
Yeah.
And it was bad. Once I checked it out. But so he's working on that. Isaac's at the house. I'm having to drop my car off because something is kind of up with my car. So two things are happening at the same time. Both of them, I'm getting feedback, not good news. The plumber's calling me, hey, it's worse than I thought. It's gonna be quite a bit more than we estimate, than we quoted you. I'm like, okay, that's fine, just get it done.
Yep.
Car shop as well. I go in for a pretty like easy thing, and they're like, hey, we checked, and it looks like you need 2 new tires. I'm like, okay, that's fine. 30 minutes go by. Hey, you're gonna need 2 new tires on the front too. So
remember that mechanics video when we're like, you know what? Why not? If you got 4, why not get another one?
You're probably gonna need 5 tires.
You don't need another one just for a spare. And when you got 5, why say 5?
I like a nice even
6.
number. 6 tires is good. But hey, if you're a biblical man, you look like biblical man. 7's a nice
7.
biblical number.
Let's do 7.
Probably go 7 tires.
Let's do 7. You can fit one of those in the frunk.
You a cat owner? Probably get 9 tires for 9 lives.
9 lives, 9 tires.
I bet you fit 9 tires.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got you. They mechanicked you.
They did.
They're like, you need 2. It's not going to be that much more in labor to put those other 2 on.
We're already underneath the whip.
Yeah, the whip.
Which that reminds me, I'm sure I've probably told the story on the podcast before. Maybe just kind of a recap. Story of getting told you're going to have one thing and then getting switched around. 7th, I'm leading a 7th grade Bible study with K-Life. These guys were studs. Mm-hmm. John Kiersnowski, Oscar Brandmeier, mm-hmm. Tate Stockton. If anyone knows them, tell them I'm talking about them on the podcast. Jackson Donaldson. Okay. And they were willing to meet at like 6 a.m. before school to this Bible study at Starbucks. It was awesome. I was like, if they're willing to meet, I will meet them.
Is this, sorry for interrupting.
It's okay.
This is the same Bible study that one time your car broke down on the side of the road.
Oh, yes. On the way back from that.
On the way back.
And then I fell asleep while my car was overheating. And then the police said, we thought you were dead.
Yes.
Same Bible study. This is a different time when I had car issues. I get pulled over on the way to 6 a.m. Bible study. It's so dark outside. The cop says, I pulled you over because your tail light is out. And I was like, oh, wow. I mean, I didn't know that. I guess, how would you know? So thanks for letting me know. I was like, just out of curiosity, so I know which one to fix. Which one is it? And he's like, actually, I don't remember. Let me go back and see. So he's back there, and he's looking for kind of a while. He comes back. He's like, well, it's the funniest thing. Both your taillights are working. But while I was back there, I noticed your tags are expired. I was like, oh, my God.
That's your fault. That's your fault.
Which lights? Take a journey back there and see.
Open the trunk real quick. You have 5 AK-47s back here, sir. Oh, those are my uncle's, I think.
Oh, shoot.
I was just storing them from him. So
I'm in a rhythm now where I feel like this keeps happening with cars. You go on for one thing and like, actually, that's fine. This is way worse.
That's a thing I feel like is like they always try to like, I don't know, not as much for your car because yours doesn't have as much mechanical stuff, but I feel like they're always like, and we can fix this while we're in there and this thing. You don't need to do it, but I probably think about doing it sooner rather than later.
I would.
Yeah.
Anyone in my family, I mean, they're all doing that.
I always call my friends who are like good at that kind of stuff and they're like, no, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
So
figured tires
are something that every car needs to have good ones.
Yeah.
So
did that. But anyway, so I'm just spending all this. I think I texted you and I was like, it's just the perfect storm of dumb expenses.
Yes.
Having to spend all this money on tires, all this money on plumbing. And then the very next day, I get a Venmo from Brad. And I was like, what is this? And he said, it's from anonymous ghosty giving you a wedding gift. And I know we keep doing this joke of like, okay, we keep saying thank you and then we keep getting more.
Like Jake doesn't want any more gifts.
Do not do this. But I have to give a shout out to whoever it is. They gave me an amount of money I have never been given in my life. It is so nice. I'm not going to say the amount, but it was just like the day after, I was just like kind of bummed. And I think I handled it fine. Sure. But it's just never fun to have to spend money that you're not anticipating. Plumbing, tires, whatever. And the very next day, an anonymous ghosty just gave me money. Yeah. It was unbelievable. So you know who you are. Thank you. I have to say thank you publicly on the podcast.
Yes.
That's my only way of saying thank you.
Yeah, it was one of those things. Of course, I'm not going to tell you, but I want to tell you, but you don't want to know. I'm like, but it's just so nice. It's like, holy cow.
I know. But now I'll just treat every ghosty I know as like maybe they were the person. And I'll treat everyone even nicer than I would already.
Okay, cat's out of the bag. It was actually 2,000 ghosties. We had a drive. I had like a Patreon video on patreon.com/Ghostrunners that I made sure you couldn't see. It was like close friends Patreon.
Oh, cool.
And I was like, guys, Jake's having a tough day. And yeah,
he needs this.
We can just pull this together because we don't even have 2,000 Patreon subscribers, but
that was well, the close friends we do.
Yeah, that's right. The close friends go for all of them. I did write down. I just got so tickled by this. This was on top of all this other stuff going on.
Yeah. I forgot we were going to shoot this. We were going to make this video.
We need to make it into a short somehow. Somehow, like
keep talking. I'm going to grab the beans.
Beans. Go grab the beans. Beans. So essentially, like, it's one of those things that I think every adult kind of experiences at one point in their life.
Man, that smells good. Holy cow.
More or less. So Jake's on the phone trying to get information for his accountant about his mortgage and all this stuff. So he's on the phone with his mortgage lender, LukeHoagland.com.
Yeah, my freaking mortgage went up $150 for no reason.
Yeah, so he's like, I got to talk to you about this. What's going on? And he's like, and by the way, I don't remember the exact numbers. Let's just say, by the way, I'm seeing like what I paid for my house, and what it says it's worth now is like pretty much, or what I owe now.
It was like the loan I took out to get the house, and my total amount owed is like pretty much the same number.
He's like, that's not right. Like it's saying like every month I'm like only like $100 is going towards my house, and like 1,800, I don't know what numbers were. 1,800 is going towards the interest. That's not right. And I can just hear Luke, like, he's on the phone, like Jake's on the phone in the podcast studio. I can just hear Luke on the other line being like, yeah, it's kind of tough, isn't it? And it was one of those like, oh, welcome to adulthood, brother. It's like, it's same with taxes. It's one of those things where it's like, wait, I'm not making very much money all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What? I had to give this much. Surely that's, I entered in a wrong zero or something along the way, right?
Yeah.
It was so funny, like listening to you say all that. Cause it's like, I've been there where it's like, man, I've been like paying off my mortgage for like 3 years now. I'm going to check how much we have.
Making a little dent, probably.
It's like, oh, okay. I guess we still have a ways to go on this.
I got nervous because it was for the Promise House, the house here. And I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, have I not been paying my mortgage? Because this makes it seem like it's the same amount of what I took out from the bank. Like this is like, it's almost nothing has happened.
Yeah. You're like,
oh my gosh, my credit score. I mean, and then
maybe I only paid it like one time because there's only like $400.
It looks like, no, you've paid 6 months worth. And so I'm like doing the math. I was like, so this like very modest small house is going to cost me about $2 million.
Yeah,
give or take.
You said, we were talking about like, what's a good line for this short? And you're like, so I'm going to buy a Lamborghini, but you're going to give me a Honda Civic. So yeah, that's a fun reality.
You buy something
for you.
modest, but you have to pay for it. Like it's
like, oh yeah, we paid $300,000 for this house, but really we're going to pay
1.4 million.
Yeah, whatever it is, crazy.
So I'd learned that. I mean, it's one of those things like, well, I mean, what can you do? That's them's the rules, I guess.
Them's the rules.
Keep paying it.
Yeah. But anyway, it was like, I told Catherine like later that day, because it was one of those like classic, like just rites of passage into adulthood of like, yep, look at this. We've all been there. That's why I think we can all relate to something similar to that, whether it's student loan, I don't know, all these different things that just the interest is just silly on it.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, what? I thought I was like successful for having a house, but like, I don't really have the house. I don't know if I own very much of this thing.
I think my new plan, I even told Rachel this last night. I was like, I'm not looking at anything. No bank accounts, no mortgage.
You see this head? It's going in the sand and it's staying there.
I was like, money's coming in. We're fine. We have enough. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Smart. Dave Ramsey would be proud of you for that.
I'm just not going to think about it.
Yeah.
We're going to be fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
What a recession is any second could happen.
Oh, it's so funny, dude.
Do you feel like what we do is a little recession proof?
Oh, I don't think so. I don't know. Well, no.
Yeah, I don't think it is either.
I don't know if anything is. Beer? I think beer's recession proof. People are drinking that beer no matter what.
Storage units?
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't need to talk about storage economy. Units. Yeah, that's it.
No, because I think if people don't have as much money, they're not going to buy merch, or they're going to cut back on Patreon, or they're going to not come to our shows that we're theoretically going to do someday. Yeah. All those things.
Or
they're not going to be able to afford YouTube.com.
Once YouTube starts charging.
Yeah, all those things. But who knows? Maybe, I mean, we talked about threats one time at the retreat.
Oh, yeah.
And one of them was like, if YouTube just decides to hate us all of a sudden and not show our stuff to anybody. So we're like, how do we get out of that? We make more podcasts.
We do more podcasts, less algorithmic things.
Right. So.
It's Wednesday, Brad.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Do you want to share your win of the week?
It's Wednesday on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's W-I-N, Timon. Wednesday, not Wednesday. Okay. Yeah. My win of the week is actually a conversation we had yesterday. Jake and I got to talk and hang out virtually with Josh and Andy from Sunday Cool Teas.
Oh, yeah. Good win of the week.
Win of the week. So, yeah, if you don't know who they are, you might recognize them. I feel like they're pretty recognizable guys. They have, awesome beards. And then there's Jake and I just being like, hey, how's it going? We can't grow a mustache. And so Anyway, but we talked to them. They're doing similar things to us on a bigger scale, or, not exactly the same, but it was fun to like, just anytime you can talk to another like-minded Christian guys who are doing something funny and similar to you, and we can kind of share back and forth and potentially collaborate with them. It's just energetic. It's just fun to share in your struggles, share in your wins.
Trade secrets.
Oh.
Trade wins.
Should we tell them the trade secret?
We talked about the wins direction. Trade secret.
Let's keep it a secret. Anyway, but they were just awesome. And so that was my win of the week, was just going away from that being like, I feel like we have a new friend, not just a one-day friend. We'll have them for lifetimes of friends. So
yeah, they're great. They do podcasts and they do sketches on their YouTube channel. So it's like, great.
Yeah.
Very similar to us.
Yeah.
My win of the week
and
is...
shout out to Trent, who hooks us up.
Trent Roseman.
Ghosty. Yeah.
Yeah. Lickum Bearcat.
Yep.
My win of the week is I've been getting more sleep.
Oh.
Kind of fun. A few nights ago, I got 11 and a half hours.
Yeah. You were like pretty casually the other night. You were like, yeah, I went to bed at 9:30. And I was like, look at you go.
Yeah.
You're just a new man.
It's been trying it out. And turns out it's better than not sleeping that much.
Did you say 11 and a half hours?
Yeah, I was pretty behind on sleep that night.
Okay.
I'm not doing that regularly, but just trying to get like 8, 9.
Consistent. Yeah.
Yeah. Fun.
Dude, I know I've talked to you about this. This is my like poultry of the week is I've just been, something's up with the circadian rhythm where I'm just waking up at like 4 every single morning. And so then I'm trying to wake up at like 5:30 and I'm up from 4 to 5, like just thinking about things that are irrational. Like I don't need to be thinking about them at this time in the morning. Like, and oftentimes it's not even real thoughts. It's like,
is girls' eyebrow hair different than our eyebrow
like
hair?
where do they put that hair when they're done with it? Is it just so small that it just like gets microscopically biodegraded? And no, one of them that I remember legitimately thinking was like, okay, if we restain the floors, we'd have to take out like all the furniture from the house. We could probably put it in the garage because it's like pretty warm weather and Catherine could just park in the driveway. But how would we get the refrigerator in the garage? Maybe we could get like one of those cool, and I'm like, we're not even thinking about restaining our floors. Like, what is happening?
4:30 in the morning.
It's one of those things where you're not awake enough to like tell yourself like, hey, stop thinking about this. It's like, I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. And so anyway, and then I fall asleep at 5 and I'm trying to get up at 5:30. And so then at 5:30, I wake up and I'm like, I'm too tired. And I start snoozing again. So yeah. I don't know how to fix that. Maybe I've thought about just getting up at 4. But then now I've been starting to get up at 2:30 because I want to get up at 4.
Oh my God.
It's just, I don't know. I've never had a hard time sleeping. And all of a sudden, like, I don't know what's going on.
What if you set your alarm for like 7? Tell your mind and your body you're waking up at 7. They don't wake up at 5:30.
Yeah. Maybe it's just like, yeah, alarm minus 1.5 hours is when you're waking up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's okay. I'll try that.
Problem solved.
Okay.
Dude, that reminds me. I had a dream this week that I was married to Rachel. Rachel is still who she is now.
Nice.
But she was Britney Spears.
What do you mean? What do you mean she was who she was, but she was Britney? How does that work?
I mean, like most dreams, like it didn't make a ton of sense.
Like does she talk like Britney Spears, sing like Britney Spears, look like Britney Spears?
No, I think she was just exactly Rachel. But for some reason, I remember my dream being like, that is kind of crazy. Like people don't really like mention that much to me, but like it is crazy. Like I am marrying Britney Spears.
People don't talk about the fact that she's Britney Spears.
Yeah, that's what my dream was. It was like she's exactly who she is and even looks like Rachel. But for some reason, I was just like categorizing her as Britney Spears.
Like even when we go like play blackjack at the casino and they're like, all right, 11. And she says, hit me baby one more time. No one even like mentions it. Like what in the world? Like that's a pretty big song.
When East Palestine had the train derailment, the water and everything, and Britney was like, hey, that's toxic. No one was like, wait.
You would know.
That's like...
Because you're the toxic person.
That was your tour and your album and your song. No one says that.
Yeah.
So that was kind of a funny dream. She's just exactly Britney Spears in no ways other than just the way I look at her.
Did she like wake up every morning and be like, yeah.
When she's like yawning.
Yeah. Anyway, that's okay. So those are our dreams of the week.
Weird dreams of the week.
What is your win of the week? Sorry. Or did we already say it?
11.5 hours sleep. That was it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for asking though.
Did you hear about the Rachel and Catherine fiasco with the neighbors across the street?
Oh, Rachel did kind of text me about that. She said, yeah, right in between our properties.
Mm-hmm.
Yelling, some domestic yelling.
Yeah, Sunday night. Sunday night, they all of a sudden, like, Catherine was going on a walk, and of course the kid's always going to go by Miss Rachel's house, say hi to her. And so turns out they didn't get very far on their walk. They just went and played in your backyard here. And they come home and Catherine's like, sorry, it took us so long to get home, but there's like some serious yelling going across the street.
Not on the Sabbath, guys.
And Catherine said they heard something about some like somebody was cheating on somebody or something. And
Probably
it's like
students.
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
my praxis.
stop using ChatGPT to write all your stuff, okay? Use Cliff Notes. Yeah, that's probably what it was. Like these adults, like in non-traditional community college.
Going back.
And so, Catherine's like, I feel like we couldn't leave with this going on right across the street. And I was like, well, do I need to go over there and like, I don't know, like protect somebody? I don't know what I would have done.
See who's cheating on who?
Yeah, right. She's like, no, the neighbor next door is kind of out there looking around just in case. But then did you hear Rachel like was updating Catherine via text after Catherine got home. And she said, yeah, still a lot of yelling and a lot of F boobs. She meant to say F bombs. Like, yeah, there's a ton of F boobs going on over there.
Good thing the kids aren't here. The F boobs are flying.
The F boobs are flinging out. And so, yeah, anyway, I think that was like Catherine started dying laughing. I was like, what? She's like, she said F boobs. So anyway.
Speaking of the kids walking over, Rachel's, I think, started hiding things in our the little like bird house.
Oh,
thing.
I heard that. Like, we need to go check at the birdhouse.
Yeah, it's so fun. And so I think, but now Rachel went and bought. Rachel is always buying things for your kids. I feel like just constantly.
It's like, where'd you get those sunglasses? Where'd you get that little chick that goes? Miss Rachel gave it to us.
She got them like Valentine's Day presents.
Yeah,
and now she bought like 60 Easter eggs. And I think it's just gonna like every day hide like a couple eggs.
That is so fun.
Or whatever. Just like something to do. Just go find an egg.
Oh my gosh, I love
Miss Rachel's house.
That's awesome.
It's kind of fun. Real quick question. Are you buzzing or is
can you zoom in on me, please, Simon? Because I am buzzing for beans.
That's a great shot. You look good there.
Yeah, thank you.
Gosh. Yeah, there it is.
Hey. Wow. We look good. It's a colorful episode.
I just got distracted just looking at ourselves. This looks great. We got a nice like 40-inch TV right there against the wall. We get to see ourselves. It's fun.
Wow.
Anyway, it's not someone else that's buzzing. It's you who's buzzing for beans, right?
Yes, I'm big time buzzing for beans, and it's because of our wonderful sponsor, Main Street Roasters. If you don't know by now, you haven't been listening very long because they have been sponsoring us now for, I think it was 19 years. Something like that. I don't know.
It's been a while.
But they are a family-owned. Timon liked that one. Thank you, Timon. Timon's like, dude, it's been like 7 weeks, man. They're a family-owned coffee shop in Indiana, Nepenthe, Indiana, and they're entering their 20th year of serving coffee at a unique cafe experience in the Midwest.
Oh.
Timon.
No, that's me. My dad's calling me.
Answer it.
Should we?
Mid-ad roll, we can hear what he's going to say.
Yo.
What's going on?
Me and Brad are recording a little podcast right now.
Hey, Stevie.
Hey, Bradley. What's up?
Hey, Steve keeps like saying that he's not going to reveal who hasn't paid for the bachelor party yet in our group text, and I really want him to. So let's go ahead and if they haven't paid, I want you to be quiet. If they have paid, I want you to say something. Okay?
No, I'm not.
No, that's not you. That's not you revealing anything.
I said a week later. I will. Well, I can't.
Well, this podcast isn't coming out till next week. Come on.
No.
He's too nice. I think I could go 3 for 3 on who hasn't paid.
One of the guys, though, that I'm kind of surprised. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. It echoes back to me. Yeah, one of the guys is one of the first ones that said, hey, where do I send the money to? All this. And probably got more money than any of us.
Oh, interesting.
Jake hasn't paid yet.
Yeah, Jake, come on.
Oh, sorry.
Get on it. Jake's been paying for plumbers.
Actually, Jake got me $1 just to test my Venmo, so I suckered him for $1 already.
That's
Ooh,
true.
yeah.
I had to test the Venmo first.
Yeah, death by paper cuts.
Yeah, my dad was saying he's been loving Venmo. He likes the chat feature. You been enjoying Venmo more recently?
No, because nobody's paid. What are you talking about?
It's not as fun now.
Nothing to see anymore. That's fun. Okay, well, I'll call you when we're done on my way to lunch or something.
All right, see you guys.
See you,
All right.
Steve.
See ya.
Steve's a great guy. Steve has been on record as saying, yeah, life's great, but it's nothing without Main Street Roasters.
senior quote.
Yeah, that's what he's always said.
Yeah, that's so fun.
If you don't know about Main Street Roasters, they are a family-oriented, Christian-based company. They are amazing. And one of the notes that they wrote on here, I'm just going to read it word for word. We believe that each cup of coffee we serve, we provide a fresh, delicious product and a sense of community and family. Could not agree with those things more. Those things are important to me, and they bring it in this stuff. Actually, Haley, if you're listening, Main Street Roasters, if you mind send us more, because we try to keep this bag of beans here for display purposes, but I'm buzzing for some more beans. I need some more in my life. They're so good.
And much like Brad needs beans, you guys probably need some beans too. Let's be honest. You've been hearing us talk about it. You've been hearing about MainStreetRoasters.com. You've been hearing about 10% off with code GRKC, but you haven't got any yet.
No.
This is the week.
This is the week.
You start small.
Start small.
You don't have to buy the whole company. You don't have to buy shares.
Or, hey, get wild and start big. That's what I've always said.
Get wild, start big, roast at home.
I bought a latte the other day at a store. I'm not joking.
Oh, yeah, you told me about this.
It cost me $9.
That's going big for the wrong reasons.
You could buy a month's worth of Main Street for almost that much. Just go to MainStreetRoasters.com, use promo code GRKC, and get some discount on that order, baby.
Go do it.
It's so much better than anything you can ever get anywhere else.
Yeah, we love it.
We're
Rachel
buzzing.
loves it. Buzzing.
Buzzing.
Support us, support them. Appreciate y'all.
Bzzz.
Dude, I've been watching more Arrested Development from time to time, just like when I was assembling a bar stool for Rachel, when I'm eating lunch here at her house, whatever. Mm-hmm. And dude, it's so funny.
Really?
I know you don't like it that much, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Bees just reminded me of that. She wants to like sell beads. And then Job, which is Will Arnett, he's like, bees? What are you gonna do with bees? And they keep trying to tell him like, no, she says beads, and he's already got in his head that it's bees, and so the whole rest of the episode, he's like, and we're gonna make a lot of honey. He just keeps referencing bee type things. Oh, that one stings.
Maybe I need to watch.
Nothing is about bees.
Maybe I need to watch that show with somebody who loves it, because like I get the jokes. I just don't think they're like, oh, that's amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
And maybe I don't watch enough other comedy shows because I'm like, I don't see a lot of shows written this way. Like, this is very clever writing.
That's always been my belief, is that it is crazy clever.
Yeah.
But clever to me doesn't always mean I laugh out loud. Clever,
hey, no one's saying I'm laughing out loud.
Hey,
no one's laughing out loud here.
Okay. No, people say it's the funniest show like they've ever watched.
Well, I didn't say that.
But you're saying
I'm saying it's really funny. It's really well done. I really appreciate.
But you think a really funny show you'd be laughing.
I don't even really laugh at The Office out loud.
You don't? I've been watching more Office lately again, and I've been laughing a few times. Like,
really?
out loud. Yeah.
I've gone on record. The only shows that can really make me laugh out loud are Whose Line Is It Anyway? Because it is so like, I mean, that really catches you off guard because it's all improv. And the occasional Nathan For You episodes, because those are also a little bit of improv and also just very absurd scenarios.
Office doesn't make you laugh?
Not out loud. It's very funny, though.
Well, yeah.
I'm laughing in my head.
You're like, not out loud. Okay. No, I think I think that Arrested Development, very clever, very funny. But not funny enough for me to laugh out loud. And there's plenty of other shows where I laugh out loud. So therefore, because people are like, it's the funniest show of all time. And I'm like, then you should be laughing hard. And I just don't see those times for me. So, and you agree.
It sounds like you're expecting everyone else to go off of the way that you judge laughter. You want everyone else to base it off of like a laughing out loud metric.
You don't think that funny means you have to laugh out loud?
You don't think that funny means...
Like you think that somebody can be funny without anybody ever laughing at them?
Yeah.
Really?
That's what Arrested Development is.
But I think other people laugh out loud.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was like, our standards for what is funny is different. So you can't expect everyone else to base it off of the same standard that you have.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anyway, we've got some new segments. Sorry, we have one new segment. We have one new segment this week, which could be a train wreck, but it could be really fun. And then we're going to do, which I feel like this episode's already going long, so we might do some voice memos towards the end. Great. But we've got a new segment. Brad, I feel like you will introduce it well. You start it off.
Live from Shawnee! It's Wednesday morning live!
That's right. A little bit of, we were just talking about improv. We are going to be doing some improv scenes. The other person doesn't really need to do too much. Just showcasing new characters that we've thought of. Maybe these will be in videos someday. Maybe this will be a funny, awkward podcast segment.
Maybe both.
At the very least. So yeah, it'll be, yeah, we're just, we're trying this out. New characters.
Okay.
So.
You want me to go first? You want to go first?
I can go first.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your character going to be?
This is a guy who's pretty sure, like I'm pretty sure you don't know my name.
I don't know your name.
Yeah, you don't know my name.
Okay.
Yeah, man, if you could just Venmo me, that'd be great.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, do you have like a QR code?
I think just type it in.
Okay.
It's just like my first name and last name.
Okay. Sure. And like, it's on
no
Venmo?
weird spellings. Yeah, it's just exactly how it sounds. That's how it is.
Okay. Yeah. And no numbers or anything?
No, just the name.
Okay. And is it first name first or second?
So it's just
straight up.
Just my name.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
How much?
Actually, I want to see you type it in.
Type in the name or type in the amount for the
whichever go ahead and type in the amount first, and then just
I know
me if you could.
Okay, why you want to see it?
Just, I think it'd be fun. Like how often you get to see someone do the Venmo for you. And so
yeah, it's $12, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then great. And then you just type in my name.
That's your name, right?
You just type it in.
Just type it in? Well, I feel like I already typed it in, and that's what I'm going to show you.
Well, that is my name. That's a character.
Okay. Do you want me to send that to you, $12?
No.
Okay, discard. We done?
Yeah, that's the character.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
your turn.
Okay. My character is a lawyer, a JD, if you will. JD?
What?
What is it? What's a lawyer's initials when they get a law degree?
Oh,
JD?
I have no idea. JD Power and Associates.
Not the same thing.
Attorney initials.
Juris Doctorate, maybe?
Should I use JD or ESQ? JD stands for Juris Doctor. ESQ stands for Esquire. Oh, that's fun.
I'm a JD. I'm a JD.
Good for you for knowing that.
Thanks. But I've watched too much Theo Von in my free time. So now I'm starting to like I'm giving you advice on, we'll say like a will and testament. Like you're trying to start like a will and trust for your family. But I've watched too much Theo Von, so I've accidentally like started talking like him.
Okay, great.
In regular voice. So
yeah, so I've never done this before, but just figured it'd be something smart to do.
Yeah, dude, like it's super important that you do this. I don't know, man. I've seen too many people come through these doors and just, crawdad bites them the wrong way, and then all of a sudden they're gone for the count. So I think it's smart that you're doing this. So go ahead and fill out that paperwork there. And I am a JD.
Yeah.
Graduated from Harvard. So
wow. Have you done this a lot for people like me?
Dude, I don't know. Probably like 6-7 years now. Yeah. 6-7 years. But before this, I was, down on the banks of the Louisiana River going their Louisiana River down there. Just going for crawdad. Honestly, I wasn't in crawdads when I was there. More like craw. Like I didn't really have a dad down there. I was just more like, shoot, man, I don't know, like a third grade teacher. Just like a third grade teacher that was a really cool guy, like Mr. Anderson from third grade. So I had like a craw Mr. Andersons that I was hanging out with down there before I was doing this. So fill out the paperwork and we'll get y'all set.
Thank you. It's fun.
Is that good?
I know the characters. All right, my next character is just a guy who's really excited for summer.
Okay.
Great. So, dude, it's coming up, summer, right?
Yeah, man. Oh,
dude,
yeah.
It's gonna be so fun. Like we just get the boys together and like go lay out by the pool or something.
Sure.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
We have to put some sunscreen on or whatever.
Yeah, because you got to be careful with that stuff.
Yeah. Like maybe there's like spots I can't reach, and like you guys put like sunscreen on my like back. Every now and then. Summer's gonna be awesome. Like.
Yeah.
I fall asleep at the pool, and then you guys like start messing with me, and like you put like a smiley face of like suntan lotion on my chest, and like the eyes would be the nipples, obviously.
Yeah. You want us to do that, or that would be exciting?
Summer's gonna be awesome. Like we're all by the pool and like we form a massage train, like with suntan lotion. But like at a certain point, you guys are all just massaging me with like suntan lotion, and you guys are messing with, you guys are like pranking me, and you're like, eat it, and you're like putting it in my mouth, and we're all just having fun by the pool.
I mean, yeah. Have we ever done that before?
Oh, that'd be so. I love summer.
Really? You're just. I don't know if is it summer that you love, or is it
just guys and you guys. Catherine could stay home, and we just a SPF everywhere.
SP everywhere.
That's character. That's it.
Okay. I only came with one character, so I'm thinking of more off the top of my head.
That's good then. We can just end it there.
Okay. Great. That was the characters. Wednesday morning live.
It's only going to get better, guys. It's our first time.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. Is there any way to know how long we've been recording time? I forgot to do my timer this time.
45 minutes.
Oh, okie dokie.
Not bad.
Cool. Let's do, did you have any in mind, Brad, that you want to listen to?
No, I don't really.
Okay.
I'm sure they're all incredible.
Cool. Well, let's just start playing some, see what happens.
Wait, not this one. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Jake and Brad. This is Walker from Dallas. This is my second voice memo. I was excited to hear my first on the podcast a little while ago. But Jake, when you were talking about let's normalize, not saying let's normalize, it made me think about, so you know how like if someone doesn't remember your name, sometimes they'll say, oh man, I'm sorry I don't remember your name, but I'm really good at faces. You know, I remember faces. It's like, well, yeah, duh. Like, have you ever met someone who doesn't remember faces but is really good at remembering names? It just doesn't make sense to me. So I just wanted to come on here and say, let's normalize not saying I'm good at remembering faces but bad at memorizing names, because I feel like that's everybody. Thanks,
Dude,
guys. Bye.
That is a pretty funny bit. I'm great with names, not with faces.
Because no one's ever said that. Yeah.
Somebody in this room is named Brad.
Like,
I don't know who, because I'm not good with faces.
I like the idea. Yeah. Timon's like one of like 8 kids in his family. He's like, okay, one of you guys is named Timon, but I can't remember which one. And I've never met the other ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny concept, Walker. Yeah, great with names, terrible with faces.
It is true. Like I think everyone though, yeah, you're either good with names or you're not. Like there's no one that ever is like, oh yeah, I recognize your face, but don't recognize. What am I trying to say? I don't know.
There is some type of like disorder. I feel like I saw it on like Oprah or Dr. Phil back in the day, where like they can't see human faces. Have you heard of this? I'm not describing. I mean, I'm trying to. This is like a repressed memory from like 20 years ago.
Okay.
But there is something about their like, yeah, can't see human faces. I don't know. But
do you feel like this it does show you like how you can remember faces really well? Because if I've seen you in one movie, you could have the smallest role ever, and then I see you in another movie, I'm like, I know I've seen that person.
Yeah.
And then I look back at their filmography, and they're in one small scene from like one movie I've seen once, and it's like, oh, they were in The Italian Job, you know?
yeah,
And
tiny
they were
little character.
Yeah, they were like the 12th person on the cast list. Like had like probably 3 minutes in the movie, but I recognize them from that one time. That's all it takes. So
I found it. Prosopagnosia,
oh yeah,
also known as face blindness,
yeah, of course.
is a neurological disorder characterized by the inability to recognize faces.
Okay.
So it's like you still see parts of the face normally, but all faces look the same to you. It also says it affects people differently. It says like they cannot tell the difference between strangers and people they know well.
No, that's really.
I don't know. I'm just
That's what
reading what
they're
it says.
I had a friend at Cerner. She was black, and she said that all white people look the same. And I said, how in the world is that true?
Did she say, well, I have prosopagnosia.
It's like I got this thing going on where, yeah, I'm like I understand. But then again, like I've heard, I feel like people say that about like Chinese people or something like, oh, I can't tell them apart. That's why I mark my girlfriend's arm after we meet at Benihana.
Yeah.
And it's like, but white people, you and I look nothing alike, right?
Maybe she had prosopagnosia.
Like she's just walking in like, man, I don't know. One of you guys' name is Jake. One of you is Brad. But I can't tell you which one's which. I'm like, okay, Ashley.
That is kind of a funny thought.
Yeah, it was very interesting. I'd never heard that before. So if you're out there and you're black and you feel that way, holler at us because I would love to hear that.
Also, if you're out there, no matter the race, and want nightmares, Google prosopagnosia and then click on images and see what they see sometimes. Some of them are a bit terrifying.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you, Walker, for the voice memo. We'll listen to another one.
Hey, Jake and Brad, it's Ashley from Florida. First time ever leaving a voice memo, so hi. I wanted to just pass along a comment that something hit me just like a ton of bricks today. I can't believe it took me this long to realize this. But Jake, how long did it take you to realize that you and Rachel are your own like little biblical Bible story characters brought to life, Jacob and Rachel? I don't know why I thought that was the coolest
Holy
thing,
cow.
but I just thought it was so interesting. And how long did it take you to realize that when you guys started dating? Thank you guys so much for the podcast. I started listening last summer. I'm all through the current episodes. I went back to the beginning, started listening again. I'm up to about episode 85. So thank you so much for keeping me company while I work from home. I'm here by myself while my husband's at work, kids are at school. So you guys keep me company for about 6 hours a day. So thanks
sweet.
so much. Bye-bye.
Pull us up on YouTube and watch the show, baby. I would say I've never really realized that there's any kind of biblical, parallel because her name is Britney. There's no Jacob and Britney Spears in the Bible. So I don't know what that would be.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I don't think I even thought about it until maybe like we made it public and then other people started being like, oh, Jacob and Rachel. And I was
Classic.
like, oh, nice. Yeah. So I didn't think about it at all. Maybe never would have thought about it had other people not told me. So
There was a family at our church that had kids named Jacob, Rachel, and Leah. And I think that's even funnier. I'm like, and the girls, I think maybe they were twin girls named Rachel and Leah. I'm like, interesting biblical choices there.
yeah.
So this prosopagnosia thing, first of all, Brad Pitt apparently is trying to have it. Like if you look up Google Images, half of them are Brad Pitt. And I'm like, why is he on there? It looks like that thing. Like, so our friend Sophie does these watercolors. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and they're like faces, or they're like the family members, but then the faces they never have eyes or anything. It's just like blank. That's what these things look like. People just don't have faces to these people. Is that the idea here?
This is the one I saw too.
Oh my gosh. Where'd you get there?
Here you go.
Oh, you looked up disorder where you can't see faces. I just looked up prosopagnosia.
Oh, yeah, I guess I did. That was before I knew the name.
Yeah, look up disorder where you can't see faces. That's even better. So,
Well, listen to another one.
yes.
I clicked it like several seconds ago, guys. I promise. Okay. Sorry, Andrew Compton. We tried to play it and nothing's coming through. We'll try a different one. Okay. Does it still show audio's coming through? Check the old Bluetooth. Connected. Sound. Output.
It's been a long time.
Oh!
Left a voice memo this one time. For this like first voice memo. So
What's
let's
your
see
name?
how this goes.
Abigail.
I was listening to some older episodes and I really like the idea of ghosties being the official ghostie of, like whatever, like the official Cleveland, Ohio ghostie. I am claiming myself to be the official Sacramento ghostie, and also I'm claiming myself to be the first and only Muslim Ghostrunner listener. So this is my question. What is, have you ever had a time when you said something that you didn't realize was really offensive and realized it later on? Thanks. Love the podcast. Love you long time. Bye-bye.
Have you ever just said racial slurs, and can you tell us about those times?
What's something maybe from your past, it was a one-time event, wasn't on camera or anything, that could get you in trouble that you want to say now on camera? I mean, honestly, the first thing I thought of when you said that was when I talked about when I set that Mexican woman's purse on the ground and thought I was just doing us all a favor and then realized, oh, culturally that might have been rude.
But you weren't, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. I don't think
I didn't say something, but I did something and then later learned that,
Yeah.
I guess that was disrespectful.
Tough question. Yeah. I'm trying to think of a joking answer almost, because I'm I don't think, hopefully I haven't said anything super.
Yeah. I don't think we've lived our lives in a way where it's oh, where to begin with the regrets of things I've said.
Boy, oh boy. No, that's weird. I don't know. Not
funny.
weird, but thanks for being a Sacramento Muslim. You're a true Muslim when you're saying it Muslim, because I'm saying Muslim.
Oh, with the Z?
Mm-hmm.
You also hear it Muslim sometimes too, which also seems more authentic.
That's like, yeah, people in Alabama, like in the South, they say Muslim.
Oh, that's actually not authentic.
No, I don't know.
That's the South. Okay, we'll try one or two more.
Hi, Jake and Brad. Just wanted to let you guys know I love the show. I've been listening to the podcast for about a month now. I love it.
Thank you.
I was just wondering, how did you guys get your business YouTube that type of stuff started and get it off the ground? Thank you. Also, can you guys please mention that it's my birthday on Wednesday? And yeah, I love the new shows. Thank you, and see you guys
Next time.
on the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
All right.
Happy birthday, Andrew.
Andrew, yeah. happy
Today,
birthday,
Wednesday,
brother.
maybe, or one of the Wednesdays.
It's every Wednesday, I think.
I've had a birthday on a Wednesday. I get it.
Yeah. Andrew ends in W. Wednesday starts with W. Probably the same.
There it is.
How do we get started on YouTube, Jake? Jake's the YouTube guy.
Let's see. I mean, the podcast was easy. I mean, it was just like anchor.fm. Just drag and drop an MP3 file. Boom. You have a podcast.
Yeah, they've made it really easy these days. with
Yeah.
All that stuff.
YouTube, I mean,
YouTube.fm or
I don't even know where to start. Like, is this story start when I first bought a camera? Is this story start with jean shorts?
let's start it with jean shorts.
Yeah, I think having a vision of the type of videos you want to make, treating it like a real job, even though it isn't a real job at the beginning, setting aside time to write, setting aside time to shoot, setting aside a way you're going to edit, whether it's going to pay someone else to edit, treating it like a business from the get-go will help you out in the long run. Begin with the end in mind. And we said, we're going to make these types of videos. Let's all throw out ideas, make them happen, write them, shoot them, edit them, do your best to learn from your mistakes and keep posting, baby, and be diligent to keep at it, even when maybe you're not getting the results you want.
Good. Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.
I don't know. It's hard to kind of very
Condense that.
succinctly talk about how to start a YouTube business, but
No, yeah, I think yeah, everything you said was good. I think the thing that we feel like we have the most success with is probably relatability more than anything. But I don't know if that's his content of what he's doing.
yeah, YouTube's
Maybe
a
he's
big
trying to
game.
go for a niche, and that's really great too. So,
The riches are in the niches.
ooh, come up with that?
Nope. I think I say it all the time, actually. But her business professor in college, Dr. Lynch, said that.
Yes, he was the one that came up with it.
It's a lady, you racist.
Whoa. Okay. What was that girl's question?
Abigail.
Abigail. I stereotyped a professor as being a man. My bad.
Guilty. All right, let's do one more.
Hi, Jake and Brad. This is Selah from Nebraska. It is currently the day after the Super Bowl, and
Oh.
contrary to popular opinion, I'm not a Chiefs fan, and I'm very mad about the game. And all my friends have been very annoying
Why did I choose
and
this one?
gloating over me about it. And I'm curious how you guys deal with annoying fans after a heartbreaking loss.
Well, I'd say
yeah.
first thing is don't cheer for a team in Philadelphia if you live in Nebraska, which is like 3 hours away from the team that was.
Do you think she was rooting for the Eagles, or do you think she was just anti-Chiefs?
Oh, because she probably cheers for the Nebraska NFL team.
Yeah. They think that they're an NFL team over there, and they're not even really a college team. They're struggling. I'm sorry to say it, Nebraska. Everyone in Nebraska thinks like the University of Nebraska is so good at like football.
Tough nose football.
You don't understand.
Tim Couch.
Nebraska, it's different, man. Ahmad Green, like Ndamukong Suh. Like, yeah, you guys haven't had a good team in like 15 years. So hey, just saying. Scott Frost was a great hire, by the way.
How do you deal with unruly fans?
The best way, and it's easily the most annoying thing, if a fan is truly unruly, if you just lean back into it and just say like, you're right, you guys are way better than us.
Dang.
Like almost like to an extent, like I used to do that with Scott after he beat me in Madden. He'd be like, that's what I'm talking about. Suck it, Brad. All this stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're better than me. You are so much better.
Dude,
good
you're
for
so
you.
good. Dude, this is going to be weird. Can I get your autograph?
Do you mind like giving me tips on how you beat me? Cause like, I could never beat you, dude. Like that is you're so much better. Like, and he would get so angry because all he wanted was the satisfaction of him trash talking me and it bothering me. And instead it was like, Like, and I used to do it to my cousin all the time. I was the Scott when I like play him in ping pong and be like, I'm going to whoop you in ping pong. Dude, he's like, you're probably right. You're
Dude,
way better. You are just really good at ping pong.
Pound for pound, you're better than me. So.
You're much better player. So, I mean, I would be shocked if I beat you. And it's like, gosh, come on.
That's not fun.
Yeah. And so honestly, that's the best thing I can say to do is just lean back into it and be like, yeah, the Chiefs are like almost to an annoying amount. Like the Chiefs are so good. Like, oh, I would be so happy if I were you. Like there's no chance that the Eagles would have even won that game. You know, like just like, because if they're trying to get a reaction out of you, you're giving them the other reaction.
Give them the opposite reaction.
Yeah. So I'm sorry that the Chiefs fans are unruly though. I tried to be very complimentary of the Eagles because I like that team a lot.
I thought you were very ruly.
I was trying to be Bengals. I wasn't so ruly about. Bengals we have a little bit of beef with, but yeah, the Eagles. I was very happy for them.
To Bengals fans out there, I just want to say I've been mispronouncing you guys for a while. I've been saying Bengals, and I'm going to try to get better.
Bengals, you said?
Bengals, like are you a Google or Bing guy?
Bengals.
Which doesn't make sense because it's a Bengal tiger.
Bengals. I feel like you also, if we're talking about pronunciations,
sure.
You say you make it sound like Olathe is Aletha. You notice that one?
Oh, do I? Like
you use it like an E, like Aletha.
Aletha.
Yeah.
And you would like to hear more of a long O sound?
It starts with an O, so I think so.
Aletha.
Yeah.
Man, I got so unruly there. Fun. Thank you, Selah. Pretty name.
Salo, isn't it? Selah. Just joking. Aletha.
Salo swing chariots. Oh my gosh, we have to end with the YouTube comment of the week, and I am not prepared. It's pulling up on my phone.
You know what, Jake?
What?
It's not a YouTube comment of the week, brother. It's a comment of the week.
Sorry, you're right.
And
it is a comment of the week.
Mine is coming from the Instagram DMs.
Okay.
Does that count as a comment of the week?
Sure.
This is from Zach Sheely. Hey, Jake and Brad, I had ChatGPT write a review for the podcast and wanted to share the result.
Ooh, fun.
I've been listening to the podcast since the peeing sitting down episode, which he said is not okay, by the way. Definitely do not normalize something like that.
I don't know.
And I've enjoyed it so much every week. Thanks for the laughter and joy you provide every Monday and now Wednesday, and hope you enjoy what is possibly your first review from an AI. So here it comes from GCPs?
I think it's like GDP. It's like an economy thing.
Okay, chat gross domestic product.
Yeah.
The Ghostrunners podcast, hosted by Jake Triplett and Brad Ellis, is a highly entertaining, engaging podcast that is sure to keep listeners hooked from the very first episode. The hosts have a natural and effortless chemistry that translates into an easygoing and relaxed atmosphere, making it feel like you're hanging out with friends. That gets me in my feels, chat GCPs. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but the last thing of it says, overall, the Ghostrunners podcast is a highly entertaining and engaging show that's perfect for anyone looking for a fun and lighthearted podcast. Jake and Brad's dynamic chemistry, relatable humor, and well-structured format. So well-structured, brother.
That's us, baby.
Make for a highly enjoyable listening experience. Whether you're a fan of pop culture, current events, GDP,
suntan lotion,
or just good conversation, the Ghostrunners podcast is definitely worth checking out.
Did they say anything about your Theo Von character?
Man, I don't know about that. Let me see that. It did not say anything about
no
Theo
gross domestic
Von.
product about that?
No.
Fun.
Yeah.
DM. My YouTube comment. My comment of the week comes from YouTube. I always see this person's name. No idea how to pronounce it. GOKCE. You seen that name before?
GOK?
GOKCE. It's like Go KC.
GOKCE. Gochi.
Gachi.
It's Serbian.
Tamagotchi. Anyway, Gachi Leonard. Big fan. Always see you in the comments. Just no idea how to pronounce her name. She said last week's Wednesday episode, love the ladies on the pod. They're so sweet and awesome. Catherine, I want to be like you when I grow up. Rachel is the sweetest girl. Congrats on your upcoming wedding. There were so many comments that kind of shared those same sentiments. But yeah, people loving Catherine, loving the motherly advice. And
she's the best.
Yeah, it's awesome.
She's wonderful, man.
Fun to have the ladies on.
Fun all around, man.
Okay, I think it's been another episode. Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. Yeah, let me pull up some final thoughts real quick. I have been telling people to chill while driving, and it's been really fun for me.
What do you mean?
Yeah. You don't get that. The other day I was driving on Cheyenne Mission Parkway, and the speed limit was 55, and I was going 58 miles an hour, and this guy was acting like I was going 20 miles an hour, was tailing me.
Oh yeah.
And I just looked in my mirror and I made eye contact with him, and I just went like this. Hey, hey, like just doing that. And it bothered the heck out of them. And eventually when they had the time, they got around me, and the whole time, like they passed me, they were like looking at me all bad. And I'm just like, hey.
I want 58 and 55.
Yeah. Like I'm not some grandpa here. And it's a really, really satisfying feeling to like be very chill, very calm, and really rile them up. So I guess it's like the opposite of like being unruly. They're being unruly to you, and you're just like, hey, because the last thing that they want to do whenever you're going that fast, or whenever they're going that fast, is tell you to slow down.
If anyone has been listening only in the last year or so, you maybe have missed out on Brad's other strategy that he does on the road. Thumbs down. It's a great move.
Maybe I should start. I should have. Yeah, as he was passing.
It's the best finger to display while driving. Just a nice, simple, like, I'm just disappointed. Like, that's just not good.
Yeah, and if you're like just like really like motherly upset, just do the captain thumbs down.
Guys,
come on, guys.
You were tailgating me.
I'm just not appreciative of that. Okay, so just calm down. Okay. Anyway,
that's so funny.
Yeah,
I've been thinking about Shawnee Mission Parkway recently because 3-lane road.
Yep.
45-mile-an-hour speed limit during like kind of the the heavy stretch.
Mm-hmm.
You never end up going 45 miles an hour.
Sure you do.
Oh, never.
Sure.
I feel like it's just always like someone is holding back the pack. It is like a slow golfer. Like they just think like, oh, I'm playing a little slow today. But what you don't realize is like this has like a accordion, like butterfly effect where now someone playing like 5 hours after you, they can't get their full round in because you played so slow at 9 a.m. These people who are so slow to pull away from a stoplight and so slow to like make any kind of like changes or lane changes, anything. Like they're like, making everyone behind them so much slower, and they miss stoplights.
There's a stretch near our house that's got a bunch of stoplights, like 5 probably in a mile. But there's the spot like by Long John Silver's. You know what Long John Silver's is?
Yeah.
You got to be watching, dude. You can easily be going over that bridge, going down to Long John Silver's, going a solid 55. And there's always cops down there. So I'm just saying right now, be careful. Okay.
It just seems like I'm just shocked because it's not even right lane, not even left lane where there could be turning. Middle lane. Just every light is green. Why are we not going 45 miles an hour? We never, ever, ever. And I know this because now with like the Promise House being, I've been driving to this house 4 days a week for 6 months now. You know, just never going the speed limit.
Bothersome.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. We'll talk.
I want people to do their part. People to do their part.
Who do we talk to about this? Mayor?
I think this is what you call congressman about.
That's the congressman thing.
Chuck Grassley. Time to give him a ring.
Yeah.
Chuck, what do you
Just
about Shawnee
any
Parkway?
state's congressman. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Perfect. Cool, man.
Final thoughts. Tell a friend.
Oh,
if your friend likes YouTube, friend likes watching things, it looks great now.
Yeah.
Have watch the show on YouTube, listen on Spotify, Apple, wherever you listen to podcasts. But we ask just please tell a friend that might enjoy this podcast. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah. Tell 5 friends is what we're actually.
If you can, text a few.
How about 6?
6. If you're gonna do 6, you should probably.
You might as well do 7, right? If you're gonna upgrade to 7, you find 8
for Kobe.
You know what? Hey, we've always said we're like a football and soccer playing podcast first, so let's just do 11. Like, just get a whole team. Okay, just do it.
That's all we ask.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Timon. Thank you, Brad. Thank you for everyone listening. We'll see you on Monday, baby.
See you on Monday. Love you guys. Ghostrunners Podcast. Everybody.